Most 16-year-olds are stuck in a scroll loop. But Ayush, he chose to lift. Growing up, he watched his mother, a national level shooter, train with focus and intensity. He would tag along to practice sessions, trying to mimic her every move, dreaming big and flexing his tiny biceps. At just 10 years old, he walked into a gym for the first time. But before the journey could gain momentum, the world shut down. COVID closed the doors, passed the reps, and delayed the dream. But Ayush didn't give up. At 15-year-old, he came back stronger, hungrier, and more focused than ever. His life now runs on a different algorithm. Wake up, school, lift, tuitions, sleep, and repeat. While others tap, swipe, and scroll, Ayush stacks plates day after day, set after set, and it's paying off. At 16, he's already lifting numbers most adults only dream of. A silver medalist at the WRPF Nationals, and he's only just begun. Because for Ayush, this isn't just about building strength, it's about building structure. About showing his generation that real growth doesn't come from the instant dopamine hits, but from the quiet discipline, daily consistency, and deep purpose. He's not just lifting weights, he's building a mindset, a movement. He's lifting a generation off the couch, out of the scroll, and into the grind.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Intentionality, where we talk about purposeful life. The exercise is called as Fountain of You. And that fountain would be stronger when you lay the foundation very early in your life, like in your teenage. Today we have Ayush, who is a 16-year-old powerhouse. What is most impressive is not just his numbers. Of course, they are impressive too. He deadlifts 210 kgs and benches 100 kgs and squats 150 kgs. They're impressive too. But what is most impressive is discipline. He goes to gym 6 days a week, spends 90 to 120 minutes in the gym. And that discipline he has maintained, apart from going to ruling school from morning to evening. So that's what is very impressive. So let's learn from Ayush about how he manages that.
Thank you for letting me be on this podcast. I'm very happy to be on this podcast.
Fantastic. So tell about who is Ayush to our listeners and viewers.
So I'm in grade 12 right now. I study in Presidency, Kasturinagar, and I've been a hybrid bodybuilder powerlifter for around 3 years now. I've been training consistently, and I've been managing it along with school and everything together. So yeah, I've participated in WRPF Nationals also, so you could count me as a professional powerlifter also because I'm in the books of records now.
Yeah. So where was Ayush born? Where was he?
Okay, so I was born in Howrah, West Bengal, but then I've been living here in Bangalore since my childhood. So I've been born and brought up here.
So where did you study?
So I was in, for 2 years I was in Mariam Nilaya, and then from UKG onwards to 10th I studied in Vibgyor, and then right now 11th and 12th I'm doing in Presidency.
So what sports did you get involved in during your school days?
I think I've tried out almost everything, football, tennis, badminton. I used to go to all of those classes, but those lasted only for a few months and then I lost interest in them. And I used to do judo also in 6th, 5th and 6th in school. I've gone to like state competitions and stuff. But then those never really, caught my attention as, bodybuilding and powerlifting because I think I'm interested in this. I also do music, like sing and all this. I'm in the music school band, so I'm also doing that. But I think gym is the main one.
The main one.
Yeah.
So when was the first time you went to gym?
That was like by myself. I think it was in 6th grade when my mom, put up a personal trainer for me, and then I trained under him. But before that also I used to, my mom used to take me to her, aerobics class, and there was this small section of dumbbells and everything. I used to just go there, lift, play around. I think, yeah, you can count 6th grade as the first time.
So your mom is a national level shooter.
Yeah.
So she used to drag you to the gym with her.
Yeah.
So that encouraged you to pick up weights.
Yeah, so I was always interested in lifting weights, building muscle mass, and when my mom should take me, I used to be really excited, let me go lift the weights. And sometimes they used to not allow. They used to be like, you sit on the side, don't go to that section where the weights are there. I used to go lift either way. So
Not many kids in 6th grade think of going to gym and then building muscles. So what was it about building muscles that caught your attention?
So I was in judo, right, in 6th. And then I went to the state competition and I lost very badly. So I just wanted to be stronger, like always. I used to see all these animes, character, Dragon Ball Z. They all have like built physique and they're like very strong. So I always wanted to be like that.
So that judo competition was the trigger point for you to get stronger?
Yeah.
Okay. So tell us about your studies now.
So right now, my 11th exams, final exams just got over and 12th bridge course has started. So they're just starting upon 12 chapters and introduction and all.
So what are the school timings?
So it starts at 8 and ends at 2:45. But now since it's bridge course, it's till 2:45. After summer vacations, it's going to be till 4.
Okay. So it's quite an intense learning day.
Yeah.
So do you enjoy studies?
No. I mean, it's, yeah, since I took commerce, I think I'm interested in that, but not that much also. Like where I enjoy it.
Yeah.
It's like, if I do it on my own, it's fine, but I think school just drags it along, too much.
Yeah.
The periods are too long. If they kept a break in between, it would have been, a little more fun.
So
Taking break and studying.
so studies are not fun at school. So
I mean, with
drag.
friends, it is.
Of course, teachers are watching. So you chose to be a chartered accountant. You are working towards becoming one.
Mm.
So how did you choose it?
My cousin, right? He's also a like he's writing his intermediate chartered accountancy exam, and he's also like trying to be a chartered accountant. So I think, yeah, looking at him, even I got like, let me also try being one, working towards that.
So you have some tuitions for CA exam as well?
Yes.
So how often do the exams happen for CA as a preparation for CA?
No, I haven't started like preparation for CA yet. It's just basic 12th.
Okay, so you're laying the foundation of commerce, and then you would work towards. So you also go to tuition. So what are they about?
I go to all subject tuitions except English. So English, I think everyone can manage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when is the tuition?
Right now the timings are 6:30 to 8:30, so 2 hours in the evening.
Can you just walk us through your day, right from you wake up until you hit the bed again?
Okay, so I wake up around 7 because I'm very lazy to wake up early. So I just wake up and then I eat food, then I go to school. School starts at 8. It's till 2:45 right now, but later I don't know how I'll manage the time since it'll be till 4. So after 2:45, I immediately come home. I then freshen up, head to the gym at 3:30, and then it gets over by like 5:30, and I come back again. I freshen up, I eat food, and then I sit for tuitions 6:30 to 8:30, and then I get up. I have like 30 minutes, do whatever, scroll reels, everything, and then I eat dinner. And then if I have to complete any assignments, study, I finish that, and then I go to sleep.
So it's quite an intense day.
Yeah.
Fully occupied. See, it's not easy for a 16-year-old to have a disciplined life. Pretty much looks the same every day, right? Because you go to gym 6 days a week. So how do you manage that discipline?
I think for me, it's just like every other thing you do every day, right? So you eat food, you don't stop eating one day, right? You eat every day.
Right.
So just like that, going to the gym is like a habit for me. So I do it every day. And when some days I have to like go on vacation and everything, right? So I feel left out. I'm like, I'm not making any progress.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm missing out on stuff.
So you made it a habit.
Yeah.
So first time you went to gym was in 6th standard. So when did you seriously take powerlifting as a hobby?
So Yeah, so I started in 6th, but then due to lockdown, it stopped for a long time. And then again in 9th, I continued my gym membership. I went to the gym, got a membership, and I started lifting. And I would say, like, I was pretty strong. So I could, after 1 year, I could easily move weight. At 14 years, I did 145 kilos deadlift.
Yeah, nice.
And so I was like, yeah, I'm strong, maybe I could try competing in powerlifting. Let me try doing this. So 3 years now, I've been, strength training, hypertrophy, everything. And yeah, I just got into that. And then my gym bro, right, Vijay. So he's a like actual powerlifter. He goes to all the competitions. His bench is 160. That's like,
Okay, nice.
so he's like really strong. So looking at him, I was like, let me compete in powerlifting. He was like, okay, compete. And then he has all the accessories, those are like really expensive. The belt is like 20K.
Yeah,
So I just borrowed his.
they must have SB
For my
logo.
first competition, I borrowed all his SBD gear. I was like, can I use your gear? He just let me use his gear. So, and then, yeah. So he's also one factor.
So he's your gym buddy.
Yeah.
He's not your coach, but he's a buddy. But
Yeah.
he's an
So our gym timings match. So whenever I go, I'm hitting a PR, so he spots me.
So did you ever have a proper coach?
Yeah, I did in 6th. So my mom, she put up a personal trainer for me in the gym because I was that young. She didn't want to like let me do whatever I wanted. A proper training coach. After lockdown, it stopped. So
6th till lockdown.
Yeah.
So when was that lockdown? What grade were you studying?
6th one.
6th one. Okay.
And so before final exams.
Okay. So it was for a few months.
Yeah.
Okay.
Around 3-4.
So when did you resume back again? Ninth standard.
Yeah.
So there was a gap.
Yeah, there was huge gap. So I could have made progress that time, but it stopped.
Yeah, that makes sense. So walk us through your typical gym session.
So I follow push-pull legs, and it really depends. Push is chest, shoulder, and tricep. Pull is back and bicep, and legs is of course legs. So few days I go light, focus on hypertrophy. So that like bodybuilding also. And then few days I go really heavy, powerlifting training. I do 3x3, and then, just 1 rep maxes. And yeah, I think it balanced bodybuilding and powerlifting. It's like more like a power building routine,
So if you were to explain to the viewers the difference between bodybuilding and powerlifting, what would that be?
So powerlifting is like, 1 rep maxes and you're going for as heavy as possible. Bodybuilding is just hypertrophy, building bigger muscles. So I think if you can do both, be strong as well as build muscles at the same time. So it's like a perfect combination.
So you like both.
Yeah.
You want a hybrid workout session. Okay. So who writes the programs for you?
Me, myself. I just go online, research stuff, which all exercises are good. So even my friends, my gym bros, right? There's few guys, Ethan, Lawrence, Vijay and all. I ask them, what are you doing? And they explain what are their routines. So I just, take it from here and there, mix something and make my own.
Okay, so that's quite impressive. So you don't have a coach. You write your own program, learning from friends and online. Did you ever get injured?
Yeah, I did. So the first time I did deadlifts, right? I was in 9th. So I just started gym, and the first day, I was like, let me do deadlifts. And then I picked up 70 kilos. And then I did 3 reps, and then I injured my back. I was like horrible fun. I was just bending, I didn't know what to do. It was like very bad. I couldn't walk properly. So I don't know what happened, but then I took rest like 2 weeks break, and then I got back again.
So you just rested and then went back.
Yeah, and then I keep having injuries, Right now my left wrist is injured, and then it keeps happening, but it heals also.
So what do you do when you get injured? Do you consult anybody like physio, or you just rest?
No, as long as it's not very bad, I just continue doing whatever I do. So I just like ignore it. So it pains for some time, but then it heals. I'm still young, so I don't have to worry that much about,
So recovery happens quicker.
Yeah.
So you have gym buddies anyway, like Vijay. So when you are working out, so do you take their help in terms of form, technique?
Yeah, of course. I'm always, learning from whoever I see at the gym. I see somebody big. I ask them, "Bro, how long have you been training for? What all you do, etc." And then when they are doing the exercise, I just see how they're doing it, correct my form. And if my form is wrong, they sometimes come over, they're like, do it properly, this is this. And then, yeah, so it's just like, learning from your friends and making everyone better.
See, there is this stereotyping of commercial gyms. Like people just go there just to have fun. They don't really work out. They have social life, and then they chill, maybe look at girls, and then come back home. So tell us about your gym. How does it work?
So I go around like immediately after school, right? 3:34. So that time the gym is like completely empty, except, I told
Yeah, I
Vijay,
saw that.
he has work in the evening, he has to work at night. So he comes at that time. So our schedules match. So it's really empty at that time. So it's not many people. You can work out in peace, like there's no rush. There's nobody occupying the machines you want. You can just do whatever you want and then go home. I think, yeah.
So having good buddies at gym is
Yeah,
important.
it's very important because they make you more sharp,
Yeah. So you grow together,
Yeah.
right?
Blade sharpen blades.
Right, absolutely. Right. Then tell us about how did the progress happen? You hit 210 kg deadlift, and then now you squat 160,
160.
and you recently hit PR of
100 bends.
100 bench. So how do you go about working towards your PR? So what is the frequency between hitting PRs?
It really depends on how I feel. Actually, if I go to the gym, I'm warming up, I'm feeling strong today. I just go for the PR. It happens sometimes. Otherwise, I try to go for PR like at least once a month or once a month because I'm still growing now. I'm 16, so my strength is rapidly increasing now. And I do a deload week, so I don't overstress myself. So just half a week or 1 week, I go light so that my muscles are recovered and everything. I can push more. So like lifting heavy weights is basically your neuro system. So it's not that much of a muscle thing. So if your nerves are like very used, like depleted, you can't lift heavy. You're very tired.
Hmm. So have you been in a situation where the school? I mean, you say it's boring throughout the day. So have you been in a situation where it was too tiring at school and you did not feel
Yeah,
like not
very
going to gym?
often.
Very often?
No, like not going to the gym? No.
No.
Because, gym is always that place, I've been waiting the whole day. So after, even if my school has been very boring, I go to the gym, It's like playing with your friends.
Okay.
We go there, lift weights, it refreshes you. Actually, you feel better.
Right. But the other day when I came and I noticed you were just alone. So it's like it was like you were meditating. So is it like your safe space to go back to?
So always like, even if I'm alone, I'm always, uh, you can always feel it.
Yeah, feel good, refreshed after the end of the school.
Yeah.
Right. So you have school in between sandwich gym and then tuition. So that this gym session refreshes you.
It's like immediately after school, work out, and then afterwards you can, rest assured. You feel good. I worked out today.
Right. Makes sense. So you can get out of the rut when you hit good weights.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay. So you also participated in WRPF Nationals last year. So when did you get this thought that okay, I'm going to gym, I'm building my muscles, I'm gaining power? When did it occur that you should compete?
So my mom and my friends at the gym, they used to always tell you, you're training so heavy. You're always lifting, 150 when I was like 14. And then they were like, you can compete, if you're going this heavy, there's like not much use of it because, hypertrophy, you're building muscles and it's fine, but you're going heavy, there's not much use unless you compete. So if you're going heavy, you compete. Like, yeah, I'll try competing. So I didn't I procrastinated. I was like, I'm going to compete next year. And then finally, last year, September, my gym bro, Vijay, right? He sent me a post, WRPF Nationals. He's like, you can go for this. It's in Bangalore only. So I'm like, okay, yeah, let me try competing for the first time. So I just entered.
Okay. So gym bro kind of encouraged you along with family, right? So it was the right time to go there. Okay. So how did you prepare for the competition?
So I just took, like a deload week, like no heavy lifting at all, a complete recovery, so I could push to the maximum on competition day.
But so there was base building, performance, and then peaking, then deloading, or you just
So I was like doing my usual, what I do, and then at my current peers, so I didn't want to like go for really heavy right before the competition, so I
okay, yeah,
just
makes sense.
took it easy. I can already hit that weight. So in the competition, I'll try going for heavier weight. So I just, relaxed and took everything light so that I recovered fully. And then competition day was cool.
So tell us about the competition. How was the experience?
It was, I gained a lot of experience, looking at other lifters. There were people, much stronger than me. The one I competed in my category, I got second. The one who got first, he was like way stronger than me.
Yeah.
So at 16 years old, I think he did 225 deadlift. That was nowhere close to mine. So yeah, it really like, motivated me also after seeing them. Like next competition, I should get back. I should be stronger than them.
Right.
Yeah.
So competitions are good for you to get motivation.
Yeah, and then you also make contacts, you meet new people, and then you get to know how about their life, how they train, and then like you can learn many things from them.
So community helps you learn. So that's why it's important to go to gym, go to competitions, make connections, and then learn from others. Okay. Now you are planning to participate in WPC or maybe powerlifting India competitions.
Yeah.
So when is that?
That's around May. So I can go either for, powerlifting India states and then nationals, or WPC states and then nationals. I'm still yet to decide, which one to go. I'm still seeing where my friends are going, asking them which one is better. I'll decide soon. So yeah.
So would you train differently for these competitions based on the learning that you got from WRPF 2024?
Yeah, absolutely. Previously, what I did was I went totally unprepared. So all I took was, rest, and then I just went.
Yeah.
So, and many things, I was lacking many things. For example, when I'm benching, there's certain things called leg drive, and then your head has to be fixed to the bench. So, yeah, I, practice properly. So I think I'm better prepared this time. And then, and after previous competition, my weight was below the weight category, so the maximum limit of the weight category. Right now, my weight is above the weight category, so I have to cut down for the category. So I have to still see, how to cut and then still manage to manage my strength. That'll be a new challenge for me now.
Okay. Tell us about your diet and nutrition. So because you still need to hit protein, good amount of protein in a day.
So I don't drink whey protein and everything, supplements. I take creatine because that it supports in stamina. But I think whey is not that important. It just gets the extra protein, and if you're too lazy to eat that much, so I just eat a lot. So around 7 to 8 eggs a day.
Okay.
And then around half kg chicken. So little as that, and also, but that's more than enough protein, every day. So I wake up in the morning, so I eat sandwiches, 4 eggs, and then that's, to start the day off. And then lunch, I just a lot of rice, and then, that good carbs. So I'm currently trying to increase my weight, increase the strength, increase the weight. I can always cut down when competition comes. So I just eat a lot, rice, chicken, it gets the carbs, proteins, and then again in the evening, bananas, you get the vitamins, everything, bread, peanut butter. Peanut butter is really like high calories, so it helps me, calorie surplus. And then again dinner, rice, chicken. So
how much protein do you hit in a day?
around 150 to 170.
It's quite good. So as long as you're able to get that much from your primary food, you don't need supplements.
Yeah.
So you need supplements when you're not able to hit.
It's also very expensive, whey. It will be around 6K.
Yeah,
a
it is.
month.
It is. So where did you learn about nutrition and diet?
Online. I think I used to, all these influencers, they'll give their plan. But I would say I just eat whatever mom makes. So she just makes it and you eat it.
Okay. But do you tell her what to make because you want certain macros to be hit?
Yeah, definitely. I tell her to give more chicken, more eggs, to eat a lot.
Okay. So you learned all this from the influencers?
Yeah.
Okay. So if let's say somebody who is in their teens, they're not lifting, they're not going to gym, they're not doing anything that is physical, what would be your advice? How should they start?
So first of all, I would tell them they're missing out on a lot. Until you start, you won't know. Like many people think it's like very tough. They don't feel like they'll feel pressurized in the gym. Lots of people are there. And then they think it's very tough, to go to gym. They don't want to do physical activity. But then once you start, it's like you won't go back. So it feels really nice. And I think they should definitely get into fitness because not only does it like improve your physical appearance, it also helps you mentally. Like you have a goal to work towards it. I think it will keep you motivated every day.
Has powerlifting helped you in your academics in any way?
Yeah, definitely. It teaches you about discipline. So that's the main thing. So like you have to be consistent at it.
So were there days where you were trying to lift heavy but you could not and you had to?
Yeah, always happens.
Always happens.
I've failed PRs like many times. So I keep attempting, and then I get it. So it just depends. One day you just want to go to the gym, but then you're not able to do it. Even warm up feels heavy. So I think it's not that, you have to go like consistent every day. It's not like that. So you just have to like put in your efforts every day. This is like, at least if you don't feel like, lifting, feeling very lazy, just show up. Like just showing up helps.
That's a win.
Yeah, that's just showing up is the main thing. So
Right.
even if you can't lift heavy, just do something at least.
Right. So what you're saying is most important thing is show up. It becomes a habit. It is not necessary that you have to hit your PR every day,
Yeah.
lift heavy every day. Make it a habit. So how long did it take for you to make this a habit?
I would say ever since 9th grade, I've been hitting.
Right. So you started first. So once you started, how long did it take for you to say that, okay, this has become a habit now. Now, even if someone tells me to stop it, I can't stop it. So
I would say right from the beginning because
that's
I
how-
was always,
you
I
are-
wanted to go. And I was every day, I used to be like, Mama, I'm going to the gym. And then she was like, take a break. Why are you going every day? And I no, I have to go.
So that drive was there always.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, many parents, so they worry about kids lifting heavy, maybe getting injured.
Yeah. Even my parents in the beginning, they're like, oh my God, why are you lifting so heavy?
Yeah.
It'll like stop your growth and all those. But those are all myths. It doesn't really affect. I think it would increase your height even more because, you're staying fit,
Yeah.
your growth hormones, it'll be.
How did you manage to convince your parents?
My dad, he was little bit, hesitant here and there. But my mom, she also works out. So she was like, okay, fine, you go to the gym, you work out. And then after a while, they got used to it. They're like, okay, he's increasing, nothing is happening. Well, let him.
So show the results.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you were to give an advice to the parents of teens to get their kids started with powerlifting or any kind of exercise, so what would be your advice for them?
So I would say at first, keep a supervision over them. Not everyone can perfect the form and everything on their first day.
Right.
I think a few months is fine when you like keep a coach and he like guides you. After that, I think you can start on your own. and everything. I think parents should, get their children into the gym. Like many parents just want their kids to focus on academics,
Yeah.
and it leads to depression and everything, and they like don't have any like even if they want to achieve their academics, right? They feel empty. Like there's nothing else to do. I think they should introduce fitness as a side.
So you're saying fitness is important.
Yeah, it's
to
a part of life along with academics. So not only academics, but both are
Yeah.
like, important.
So if you really want your kids to excel in studies, get them to some physical activity.
Yeah, that's definitely because healthy body, healthy mind.
Right. Absolutely. Very, very well said. What are your goals, powerlifting goals?
So I want at least hit 300 deadlift. I think I'll do that when I'm like 20s, early 20s. I want to like at least hit 300 in my early 20s. Then 150 bench seems good enough, and then 200 squat.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you want to continue to compete in competitions as well?
Yes. So as heavy as possible. So I'm still 16, right? So I don't know how much I can do in the future, but I want to keep increasing it as much as I can.
How does Olympic look like?
There is no Olympics for powerlifting, right? That's Olympic weightlifting.
Of course.
So let me see. I don't know if I get into that later on. Who knows? So right now, not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So your day is fully packed, right? That means you have to prioritize a lot. So if I speak to teens, right, they say there is so much to study. The school itself is tiring. After that, I have to sit and study, do homework. So the full day is consumed with studies. So if you have to give them tips on prioritization, what would that be to manage something beyond studies?
So I think time management is very, very, very important. At least people say I don't have time to do this. I don't have time to. You have to like make time. So you have to adjust your schedule somehow to put it in. And also I think gym is like refreshing. After studies, you're like sitting like this for the whole day. You're writing, your body starts paining. You go to the gym. You can free up. You can move your body. It's like a really refreshing kind of break. So in between studies.
You're saying movement is freedom.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's do some maybe fun questions. So whenever you are trying to hit PR, what is your hype song?
I like, heavy metal.
Uh-huh.
Anything heavy metal, Iron Maiden, then Children of Bottom,
Mm-hmm.
and then Skillet, and then 3 Days Gone.
What's about powerlifters and metal?
I think it's really like a hype song. It really makes you feel strong.
So if let's say throughout your life, if you have to lift, do only one powerlifting move, either deadlift, squat, or bench, which one would you pick?
That's tough.
Let's say you're asked to quit everything else and choose one movement.
I think deadlift because that's the strongest point.
So what's about deadlift?
I don't know. It's just like it pushes you to the maximum. So you feel you like going all out when you're doing deadlifts.
Yeah.
Just like it makes you feel like very strong.
Nice. So what would be your treat once you hit PR?
Me, I would tell my mom to order biryani
Yeah.
or pizza. Pizza is so I would just tell my mom, I hit this PR today. Can I get pizza?
Yeah.
And she'll like, yeah. And she would order it.
What's one embarrassment in gym that you have faced? Have you ever faced any?
Yeah, definitely. When I'm failing PRs, and then people are around me. So, suppose I fail my squat PR, I just drop it back, it makes huge sound, like, "Bah!" And then everyone starts looking at me. I think kind of embarrassing, but it's fine because many people think that other people judge them, but it's fine because it's part of this one. So one day you'll fail, other day you'll hit, and that day they'll be like, "Oh, you failed last time, very good, you hit it this time."
Yeah, parents, that's the power of the powerlifting. It teaches you humility. It teaches you to accept both success and
Yeah.
failure equally, which actually translates to life, right? So that's why it's essential that you send your kids to powerlifting. This is something that I learned from my coach Vishak. You know, powerlifting is essential for you to be a human being. Yeah. Okay, so what would be, if you were to convey yourself in a meme, what would that meme be?
Uh, in a meme, I think, when your whole day is going dull, but gym is the only, there's one meme. Uh, Gym is the only, fun part of your day.
Yeah.
So like going and having fun at the gym.
Who is one friend whom you influenced to pick up lifting?
Uh, my friend Karan,
Hmm.
I think, yeah, him, and then all of my friends actually.
You inspired them to pick
They also, were hitting the gym, but then we worked together. We motivated ourselves. So like, if you're going this heavy, even I'll go that heavy. So like pushing each other. So he hit a new PR. He was like, I'm almost catching up to you. I will like, okay, fine. I will go even more.
Yeah.
So this is how that.
What's your comfort food for gaining strength?
Biryani.
Biryani.
I just love eating biryani.
So if you were to eat one meal throughout your life, so you would eat biryani.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this chicken biryani.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, biryani is supposed to.
Yeah. Biryani is biryani.
Yeah, biryani is it, not veg biryani.
Yeah. Not that.
So if you were to give advice to teens to get started with something, what would that be?
I think it depends on your interest. So if they just want to be athletic, I think you can do calisthenics. That's also very good. Or if you're like me, you just want to build strength, look good. That's many teens want to like have, like build muscles and all to impress others.
Right.
I think it's really like yourself. So I'm happy with my own body kind of thing. So just like go to the gym. So like even if you don't have a plan or anything, just go first day, just do all the machines, like try out all the machines, get used to it, get used to the environment, like people lifting, and then they'll only approach you and like you get to know like a lot more. It's like experience. Just start. So
Just start with.
just start.
So find your.
Yeah, you'll get to, like even if you don't have a goal, once you start, you'll automatically learn many things, and it'll help you find a goal to work towards. So even if you don't have anything, just start.
Yeah.
You'll just find it, figure it out later.
So Ayush, thank you so much for coming on our podcast and then sharing your story. And hopefully we'll see you somewhere where it's at the highest level of powerlifting.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for letting me be on the podcast. It was an honor. This was the first time I'm doing anything like this. So.
Yeah, there is first time for everything.
Yeah.
Thank you. Hi, this is not part of the podcast. I'm here to ask you for a help. My goal for this podcast is to tell stories of recreational athletes so that we can inspire others to adopt recreational sport so that their life can be lit. That's why I call them as athletes. So you can help me two ways. One, you can refer this podcast to one of your friend and subscribe, follow us. Another way is you can refer a friend whose story is worth sharing on this podcast. So please do help.